Hi guys, welcome to my channel Lush Gardener. I hope you guys are fine and are safe. In today's video, we are talking about another beautiful Echeveria called as Echeveria Black Rose. Now please don't be worried with the crown area. It's not dark because of crown rot, but this is how the succulent starts to stress. Now initially it is going to start from the crown area and the entire succulent will turn into a different color. The color, if I have to explain you can even check it on Google by typing in Echeveria Black Rose. The color, what I can say is it's slightly darker in color, so it's basically like dark red wine in color. I don't know if that is a color, but that's how it tends to look like. So the entire succulent from green is going to turn into a dark red wine color. It looks absolutely beautiful, very easy to take care. Now I'm not quite sure whether this is a natural variety or a hybrid variety. There is not much information on the internet, but rest assured it is a very easy to grow succulent. Now this succulent has been with me for almost 3 years. I will share the picture of how it looked when I earlier got it. It was looking completely different, but right now it looks completely different. So there is a lot of difference from the time I got it and till date. Talking about the soil, it remains the same what we use for our other succulents. The soil has to be loose, porous and well draining. So a lot of the Echeverias natural habitat, or basically they come from Mexico, some come from Central and South America. They tend to like a very loose substrate in order for them to grow. Talking about watering, again, whenever the soil is completely bone dry, then go ahead and do a complete watering. Ensure that you let the succulent soil dry before you water again. You can go for either bottom watering or top watering, whichever you are comfortable with. Talking about Pest Attack, trust me guys, 3 years of having her around, I haven't had a single issue with mealybugs. She has been doing excellently well, no issues with mealybugs or any kind of bugs or any pest. She has been healthy ever since and she's doing quite well, and I'm sure very soon she might happen to put out pups. I'm not quite sure, but probably during the summers, during the growing season, she might happen to put out some pups. And the colors that you're seeing right now will soon disappear during the summer season because that's their growing period. During this period of time, I do not stress my Echeverias, especially when it's their growing period. Talking about propagation, you can propagate it via leaves. You can even do a beheading. Now another thing that I wanted to share with you, a lot of Echeverias do not have stem growth unless they tend to stretch, because stems are more common with sedum varieties, with pachyphytums, with graptovarias, few of graptopetalums. But with Echeverias, it's very rare to find a stem unless they start to stretch, or there are few very handful of varieties that do have a slightly larger stem, but most of the Echeverias are very compact like this, wherein you do not see the stem, where the stem is not very visible. So it's a very easy to grow succulent. Now coming to the sunlight, because it tends to stress, it tends to have these really strong colors. You can put it out in morning direct sunlight for 5 to 6 hours. If you have recently purchased your succulent, then do not put it out in morning direct sunlight. Just wait and let it acclimate. Start a slow procedure, start a slow introduction of introducing your succulent to light until it gets completely acclimated. Morning direct sunlight is a very mild sunlight, but still you need to be careful. A recently purchased succulent has a high chance of getting burnt even in morning direct sunlight. Afternoon direct sunlight, it completely depends upon you. But ensure that you're using a green net or a shade cloth, otherwise the strong afternoon sunlight will burn the leaves. Overall, it is a very easy to grow succulent, especially for beginners as well. If you want a succulent that looks very different and unique, then this is one of the succulent you can add in your collection. It's called Echeveria Black Rose. And I've spoken about the mealybugs. Talking about fertilizers, again, it depends upon you. If you do not add any fertilizers, it's absolutely fine. 3 years of time, I haven't added any fertilizers to this succulent. Maybe once or twice I have given some pond water, but apart from that, I haven't added any extra fertilizers to this succulent. Apart from this, adding of fertilizers, you can do it during the summers. Avoid adding any fertilizers during the winters, because winters is their dormant period. So guys, I hope that this video was helpful to you. If it was, please hit the like button. If you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing to it. Until then, take care, stay safe and keep propagating.